Hey, Brooke here, and today I'm going to be talking about the truth behind being a female plumbing apprentice. Now, before I jump into this video, please do like this video and subscribe to this channel if you are interested in learning more about women in the trades, mothers in the trades, working moms, wellness journeys, different reviews. I'm looking forward to sharing a lot of different content on this channel, and I'm really looking forward to building some kind of small community over here so I can meet like-minded people. Now let's get into the video. So again, today we're going to be talking about the truth behind being a female plumbing apprentice. Now, I am 6 months into my first year plumbing apprenticeship. And just to make something clear, I am coming from a union perspective. Non-union and union are two totally different systems. So when you're considering if this is the right move for you, please do think about either joining a union or joining a non-union. And I will share a video on that in the future because they are very different, even though they're similar. So the first thing is to really know what you are getting into. Being a plumbing apprentice is a lot harder than it sounds. There is a lot that goes into it. You have the actual school part of being a plumbing apprentice, and then you have the work part. And they both coexist and they work together, but they're very different things. For example, like you go to work on a Monday and you have school on Wednesday. You have to go to school after you go to work. So it doesn't matter if you had a long day at the job, after you get home, you have to go to school. You can only miss 4 days for the entire year. And then anything over that, you get kicked out of the program. So they have very strict guidelines pertaining to the students that attend the plumbing apprenticeship program. And that is not something that they overlook. COVID did change a lot of things in regards to, absences, but they really do have a zero tolerance for people that just miss because they don't want to go. And trust me, two nights a week going to school, raising a family, it's a lot, but it most certainly is something that you signed up for if that's something you really want to do. Plumbing is so vast. There's so much that goes into plumbing. For me personally, I thought that I would be, changing out sinks and doing residential work and, dealing with clogs and leaks and things like that. But I haven't done that at all. I'm only just starting to get into bathrooms. I had the first 6 months of my apprenticeship doing hangers, doing, fire stopping, doing totally different things that are related to plumbing, but aren't actually plumbing. Plumbing is so deep of a topic, and it's actually shocking how much goes into it. And I've had such a newfound respect for plumbing because of the integral part that it plays in our society. And, pretty much it separates us from being a first world to a third world country. So that's something to really consider. It's a very serious program, and that kind of blends into number 2 is the commitment factor. A lot of people think, oh, well, I can lay pipe or I can hang pipe. I can hang, hangers. I can, put a toilet in. I can do this, that, and a third. But the commitment factor, again, is very, very important because you may be coming into the program already having been a plumber. But if you don't really have the schooling side on your side and you're not really someone that's very studious, you're going to have a rude awakening. It is most certainly a commitment. Again, just to circle back to, doing school, going to work, not missing classes, paying your dues. Like there's a lot that goes into being a part of a union apprenticeship program that a lot of people take for granted. And we've already had a dropout rate of like 7 people that started in January and that have left by June. And it's already like the end of June now. 7 people out of a class of like 27. So now we're left with 20. And it's the first year. So that just shows you it's not for the faint of heart. It's for people that are really serious about becoming a plumber, about finishing this school, and about doing their best to get through this program. Now, as a female, this adds another layer. If let's say you have a family, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. It's a lot of navigating schedules. I've met women who are coming in, dealing with their own struggles as far as like being able to keep up with the men, strength-wise or knowledge-wise. But when you add a family on top of that, it is a completely different ballpark. And as a female, even if let's say you don't have a family or you have a different lifestyle, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. You get side-eyed. People look at you. People don't want to work with you. Some people don't want you to work, like they're taking the tools out of your hand. It's a lot to navigate. So that's something to really consider. Know what you're getting into and know the commitment factor, because again, doesn't matter if you're female, everybody's the same in the union. They look at you the same, and there is an expectation that must be met that they will kick you out of the program if you don't meet. That's pretty much how it is. The third one is navigating personalities. And I was touching a little bit on that in part, in for number 2 with the commitment. But really navigating personalities is a big one. And that seems to be with like anything you do in life, right? Like you start a new job, you find the people that you're going to be friendly with. Sometimes there's people that don't like you because you're the new guy or whatever the situation is. But specifically in construction and plumbing, for example, what we're talking about, there are men who don't want to work with you. In my experience, I've met several men that did not want to work with me because I'm a female, because I couldn't hold the same amount of weight that they could, because I wasn't fast enough, because I was a little more sensitive when they would talk to me a certain way. And I've actually picked up another book that I haven't read in years, and I just started reading it again. And it's How to Win Friends and Influence Others. And this is really just about navigating personalities, learning how to, get along with people, because this is a 5-year apprenticeship program that I'm in, and I'm in the first one. And the job that I am on currently, praying to God that I'm almost off it, but the job I'm on currently is very, very difficult. And the foreman that I'm dealing with is not someone that's easy to deal with. And he makes me very nervous. I get very anxious. And again, this is something that I have to work with as for myself, just dealing with certain people. There's going to be people that you vibe with. There's going to be people that you don't vibe with, that you work well with, that you just do not work well with. And that's really a lot of it, and it's just about standing in your own 2 feet and doing what's right for you, what's right for your future, what's right for your dreams, and just not caring what anybody else says while being respectful at the same time. It's a big, learning curve for me, because it's hard, coming from somebody that had their own business, didn't have to tolerate certain things, now being literally a first year, totally green, doesn't know anything, and at the mercy of other people, and just hoping for kindness and compassion and understanding from others. And unfortunately, you're not going to get that. That's just what it is. You're not going to get that. But as far as that, I haven't really encountered too many other things, but those alone, those issues alone, people, leave the union for. So it's something to take into consideration. It's really building a hardness around yourself and not letting certain personalities upset you or try to, steer you off course, because unfortunately there's going to be people that you work with that don't want you there, that want you to leave, that believe it's a man's world, that you can't do it, and that you have no place being there, and it's up to us to prove them wrong, right? So the fourth one is going to be perseverance. These are kind of all blending into each other, but it's perseverance. It's waking up every day, no matter what job you get on, and it's just working your hardest, doing your best that you can do to be the plumber that you want to be, to get to the end goal that you want to get to, and not letting other people influence you. Like I had said, there's this job that I'm working on that has been the hardest job of my short career, and I wanted to quit like 3 times because I'm like, this job stinks, I hate it, it's back-breaking, difficult people to work with, it's too far, I want to see my kids, like I'm getting home so late, I'm getting home hours late than I normally do, but I'm trucking through it. Because the nice part is about being in a plumbing apprenticeship, working with a contractor, they move you around a lot, so you're not stuck at a job for a year. Sometimes that can happen, but generally you're only stuck at a job, in my experience, for a couple weeks, if that. I think the longest job I was on was like 3 weeks, So you're moving around a lot because you're the grease pretty much of the plumber apprentices. So they have to use you where they can and kind of fill in the gaps where they need to. And the 5th one is the end goal. What is the end goal for you? There's many different things that you can do to put a positive spin on this, aside from the challenges that you can do with the union once you graduate. It's a long school. It's 5 years. And some people might be like, it's not too bad. It's 2 nights a week. But when you have a family, when you have children, when you have a spouse, a partner, whatever have you, it's a lot. It's a lot for that unit, to go through, and for yourself to go through as you're learning throughout the day, and then you got to take another class on. And let's not even get into the different testing, the requirements, all these certifications. That's other classes. That's on top of what you're going to school for. So it's no joke. It is no joke. But if you have an end goal and you see through it, I truly believe, and this is how I feel as of right now, as of June 20th, 2021, as of June 20th, 2021, that this is a wonderful opportunity to get into other parts of the field. Now, you can become a foreman and run your own jobs after 5 years. You can get into the office, you can become a business agent, you can get into the union side of things, which is what I'm really interested in. I meet people that are interested in the actual, like writing plans and taking care of that and drafting. It's really cool because I'm learning so much, and being older, I'm the older one in my class and the only one really with a family in my class because everyone's like a solid 15 years younger than me. It puts things into perspective. There really are so many opportunities out there if you just let yourself, experience them or open up the door to them. And I never thought I would be in plumbing. I never thought I would be in plumbing. I was in the diaper service only 2 years ago. If you look back on old videos, I had a podcast. I had hundreds and thousands of customers, not at the same time, but like thousands of customers throughout the 10 years that I was running it. And it's crazy where life takes you. I literally was doing that, and then now I'm in plumbing. So it's crazy. It's crazy, right? Life is crazy. But if you allow certain doors to open, you never know where your life can take you. So that is the truth about plumbing. It requires commitment. It requires perseverance. It requires, consistency, drive. It requires navigating personalities and not giving up on your goal. So if you like this video, please do leave a comment and share this video if you can, if you got anything out of it. And if you have any feedback, please let me know. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you all so much and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.